So I am a Bridgerton girly. I am a sucker for Regency era romances, and Bridgerton is no exception. I'm a massive Pride and Prejudice fan. I love Sense and Sensibility. Emma is like the ultimate Gemini and like my spirit book character, and I just love everything about it. I even have the little bee earrings in honor of Bridgerton, just because, you know, it's Bridgerton release week for season 3. And yeah, season 3 just came out and there is controversy on the horizon. That is, Fat Acceptance has made its way into our favorite streaming show. Or is it that it's not Fat Acceptance enough? I really can't tell, and there seems to be zero consensus on the issue. Hi, I'm Lisa, and welcome back to my Fat React series, where we will be taking a look at different aspects of health culture. This includes the fat acceptance community, the fitness community, as well as popular health and beauty trends. Nicola Coughlin. She is Irish, she is fabulous. I loved her in Dairy Girls. Dairy Girls, if you have not seen it, is honestly one of the funniest shows I've ever seen, and I love her character Claire, the wee lesbian, as she is called. I just go around saying, I'm a wee lesbian, all the time with my friend Alex. We have a lot of lesbian jokes, just a thing that we do. But she's in the show Bridgerton now, and if you don't know, Bridgerton is a show that takes place in the Regency era of the UK. That is the early teen 1800s, and it's a very famous era that like Pride and Prejudice took place in. And in the series, every single season has a new main romantic couple lead, and she's been in the show since the beginning, but this is the season where she's now the romantic lead. And people were just like, congratulations, Netflix. Thank you for finally putting a plus-size body front and center on the screen. And and it just things just started blowing up. Like, we had all these like tweets about saying, yes, queen, body positivity is so important. Go, Nicola, for leading the path for curvy and or plus size women to not be ashamed with their beautiful body and show it in a sexy way instead of the cliche comedic way. Hashtag Bridgerton. Carriage emoji. If you know, you know. So you would see this and think like, Nicola Coughlin, like, is she big? Like, oh, she must be big because they're calling her plus size. And then you look at her and you're like, well, okay, she's curvy and she has a very large top, so to speak. But if you know, really just like look at her, she's not that big. She is very short. And I'm just kind of wondering, like, what do you mean plus size, right? So I was really curious about this. And then I saw these things like Nicola Coughlin was asked to be very naked in Bridgerton season 3. There's a lot of that in the show. And she's just like, F you to the body shamers. I want to remember how hot I effing looked. You know, and whatever. Like, good for her. She wants to get on screen and get naked. I don't really care. But she's talking about basically all the conversations surrounding her body. So you must be thinking, like, people are saying, oh, she's too big, blah, blah, blah. And you have, like, articles like this one where they're, like, you know, applauding her for, yeah, curvy girls, plus size girls, and whatever. And you're just so happy to see someone who doesn't have a standard, you know, thin frame, front and center, and a romantic lead. You know, and yeah, she is maybe differently shaped than what you would typically see. But when I look at her, I'm like, she kind of just looks average, right? Like, that kind of looks like the average person. I don't really understand. Like, yeah, maybe it's not like Hollywood average, but out in the world, average, right? Big deal. And this article was really framing the things that she said in this way of her almost being like FA, right? I mean, you know, maybe she is. I don't really care. Because I just care about how well she does in the show. But I just thought it was kind of weird that they were taking all these quotes and just kind of like out of context, because I was seeing other things that she said and I was like, this doesn't sound like the other things that she said. And there's just so many quotes in this article about, like, it's so refreshing to see a plus-size person being romanticized and seen as desirable and being featured in raunchy scenes without being some awful joke. Everything about this season is amazing so far. And this one, the season of Bridgerton is for the curvy girls who have always been shown in media as the punchline and never the romantic lead. And so at first you're thinking, oh, well, this is like just FA. Netflix is pushing, you know, FA on us. But like I said, you take a look at her and you're like, well, she's not even that big. Like, I don't understand what's going on. And then I started to see articles like this. She's not plus size. So now they're upset that she's not big enough. It's like, first she's like, yay, big girls. And then everyone's like, she's not actually that big. Which is exactly what I said. And so now people who are FA are upset being like, she's not big. You know, like, and it's kind of like Now they feel like she's co-opting the FA community and the cause. And you're like, geez, is she projecting herself? Like, yeah, she has a little bit of a rounder face. I mean, some people just have, really, chubby cheeks, and, maybe she's one of those people. But once again, if you look at her, she's not that big. And this article is really saying that people are calling her great plus size representation, but she's not actually plus size. And I was like, well, geez, what size is she? Like, I don't really want to care about her body, but I was curious at this point, like, what is going on? And then I saw this article where you actually get to hear more of what she was talking about and not taking it out of context. And she actually talked about her body. And she's a UK size 10, which is a US 6. A 6. We're now calling 6 plus size? Like, I know she's short and she's, like, differently shaped and such, but she's plus size is 12 and up. Even if you are a little, like, chubbier at that like height, you're still not wearing plus size clothing. You can still go to a store and find a size 6 basically anywhere. And so I found this other this article here about, her actually talking about this in the full context. And the question to her was, you mentioned conversation around your body. How do you deal with that? And Nicola Coughlin replied, there is so much discourse online about how I look, and I don't think I could ever express how hard that is. It's insulting because I worked hard on this show. A year of fittings and dance lessons and shooting. I barely saw my family. I gave it my absolute all. And then I start doing press, and all people want to talk about is my body. It's so effing disappointing and reductive. The wildest thing about it is that, realistically, I'm just a very short girl who wears a medium. A medium. It's unfair to actual plus-size actresses when I'm being heralded as this breath of fresh air. People will say, is representation important to you? And I'm like, no! That might piss some people off, but I just wanted to play the character. I'm not standing on some soapbox. This is literally just how I look. And I think that's a great response. Like, yeah, she does say it's not fair to plus-size actresses, but you know what? Obviously, if you want to have full representation, you might, people who are plus-size exist, right? You could say, yes, it's unhealthy, whatever. I would agree. I'm also trying to lose weight to get to a healthier level. But she's saying here, I don't know why people are so focused on my body. I wish they were focused on my acting and how much effort I put into this. And she's like, I'm not your Jesus Christ, right? I'm not your savior for the fat acceptance community. I'm just a woman who wears a size medium, which is a size 6 here, and I'm playing a character. And so I'm totally with her. Like, it is kind of dumb that people are so focused on her body. And yeah, I'm making a whole video on it, but I'm making a video on it because I saw this. And just, I think it just goes to show it would have been so easy for her to just jump on that bandwagon and be like, yeah, I'm here to represent the curvy girls. When she's not even that curvy, she's just not like real thin. It's just so weird to me that, we are moving away from fat acceptance culture, yet mainstream media and such is still like latching on, and like people are just trying to grab whatever they can to just like hold on to it with this death grip as it's dying. And in reality, even the person who's playing her is like, no, like, why are you so focused on my body? I'm just acting, and I'm not even that big. Anyways, I love Bridgerton. Guys, Nicola Coughlin is so freaking talented. Who even cares what she looks like? I recommend watch Dairy Girls. Watch Bridgerton if you're so inclined. Just be, aware there's some spicy scenes. But I am interested to see how everybody else is going to react, because I'm right in there. Like, I have been waiting for season 3 to come out for like 2 years now. But other people out there who react to fat acceptance content, I don't think they're like really into this stuff. So I'm interested to see if anybody else is going to comment on it, if they're going to actually do the research and look into whether Nicola Coughlin is FA or not, which I'm sure she knows she's in Hollywood, whatever. She's probably like, yay, plus size girly. But she's also like, I'm not one of them. Like she could just be in there like, yeah, I have a differently shaped body, yay me. But she's just like, no, I'm a size medium. Like, leave me alone. I'm acting here. Anyways, I just want to see what's going to happen. I want to see who's going to comment on it, who's going to have something to say about where Hollywood is going and how everything's going to be ruined because a girl who does not look stick thin is now the lead of the show. Whatever. You know what? I'm just happy that she can act. That's all I care about. And she is a fantastic actress. I'm not supposed to be focusing on what people look like, right? We're just supposed to see if they have talent or not. And the issue that we run into this when people are trying to find representation is where they value the representation over the actual talent. this girl is talented. You know, like, she deserves everything that she gets, like, all the allocates. And yeah, so anyways, that's all I have to say about this fat acceptance, fat react thing here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.